This is the card we're going to be doing today. Isn't it pretty? This is from the Textured Floral Stamp Set. And it makes a wonderful set to do a one-sheet wonder. I also use the Lifetime of Love. This is a really nice set. So I use Wishing You a Lifetime of Love and Happiness, and it was perfect to go in here for this to be an anniversary card. Let me see. I used this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, I believe, in there. And I just used the words from that one. So we will get started. Now we have to make a one-sheet wonder. So I'm starting with half a piece of cardstock. You can do a full sheet, but I don't need all those one-sheet wonders made up. I don't have a lot of place to store them, and I've got all kinds of cards, so I just don't want to have extras. So I'm just doing this because I've already got 2 from here, and I'll have 2 from here. So that's 4, but I needed to show you, so that's why I cut it in half. Long explanation. And I've used Bubble Bath, Highland Heather, Basic White, and I use the Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems, these sparkly clear ones here, or white. And this is the foam adhesive sheet. Now I'm just cutting little tiny strips off of it for backing the butterflies, because you don't want to see them the whole dimensional through, or even a half a dimensional, quarter of a dimensional. You just don't want to see it through the butterfly. So I took a sheet and cut it into tiny little pieces that I could fit behind the paper butterfly accents. I think that's what it's called. And they are like this. I've used a few. They're gorgeous. But there's one that I haven't used. And so I've used this one and this one on this card. I flipped this one over, used the other side, and this one I flipped it over and used the other side. They're interchangeable like that. But it just fit on my card perfect that way. Trying to get these back so they'll go back in my drawer. And I know where they are. If I put them away now, I won't lose them in the middle of the card, which I am good at doing. So I'm just gonna stick this up. We will do the one-sheet wonder first, and then we will come back and I will have cut it up, and then we'll go from there. So I'm stamping here. This is with Bubble Bath, basically in the middle. Now what I did is I stamped 3 masks and I cut them out. I stamped them in the Highland Heather because they're easy to see that way, because they're darker and easy to cut out. So I am putting these on here, and I am going around it with the Granny Apple Green and my leaves. But I'm stamping off the leaves because I don't want that bright, vivid green around my flowers. I want the flowers to stand out. Now I am going to move this one over here so I can stamp the green. Now I am going to bring this over here and do the same thing. I'm kind of matching both sides the same. There we go. Put that aside. Now I am bringing in my Highland Heather. And Highland Heather is going to go, whoopsie, I hit my finger in the ink. This back over here. I should have done 4. It would have just been so much easier, but I was in a rush. I'm trying to get extra videos done ahead, so while I have surgery, you have some videos coming up. I don't know how long I will be recuperating, so I'm just trying to have some ahead. There. Now I'm bringing in the Coastal Cabana, and I'm using this flower. So how's everybody doing today? I'm doing this because I want the pink flowers to stand out, and because they are the lightest color, they could get overwhelmed with the other darker colors. So that's why I'm kind of wanting to have them covered up a little bit. So now I'm going to bring in, whoops, I still have that one open. I'm bringing back my bubble bath because I want a majority of this card pink. Personal preference. You don't have to do that. It's just me. And I want more even coverage with the pink. And I'm able to put the pink over top of the other colors, and it's not as pronounced because it's such a light color. See how this just fills in those areas? That just, it just makes, well, it fills it in and it kind of makes it pop just a bit. Cut 4, mask. It will just make your life that much easier. Now I am going to take the Granny Apple Green again. Get that. Oh, I have very gentle. Don't dig. And there's a sparkle there. There. That, I don't know where that came from, but there. Hopefully I got that off. I don't want it on anything when I cut. So this is the stems that go with the flowers. So I am just going to stamp off again and then come in here and just ever so lightly, and I'm not doing the whole thing because I don't want, I just have these the top parts showing, so I'm just bringing it in. And they're not actually right on. They're hit and a miss. Oh, right, I forgot. I need to do the green down here. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to stamp off, of course, and just kind of fill in the holes at the bottom. That was smart. I didn't. And these are not to look like anything really. They're just to have a little bit of green down there. So what do you think? Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous, isn't it? Now I see I've started, this is not directly in the center, but that's okay. I will cut it here, and I might cut more of this off so that I get a little bit of there. You look at it and you decide what you think looks the best, and because it's only 3 3/4 inches wide and 5 inches tall, I can take this white strip off here, and I need to have a space that will fit this. And it's okay if it goes over top of the flowers because it's done in Gorgeous Grape, which is a very dark color, as you can see. It will go over top the flowers and not have a problem. But before I put everything away, I am going to do my envelope and the inside because I have everything right here. So I'm going to use my bubble bath, and I am just taking my rose, I guess, for lack of a better flower, name. I don't know all the names of the flowers, which is sad, but I know what I like. And they're pretty basic. So what I'm doing again is I am going to put this here so that it looks like the leaves are coming from behind the flower, not in front of it. Now that's your envelope. There. And that's most of the stamping done. I will come back and I will do the words in the center once I have cut it down, and then I know exactly where it's going to go, and the rest is all done. So I shall be right back after I have cut this up and kind of cleaned up a little bit, so I've got room to work. There we go. I cut I cut more off this side so that I could get more of this here. I cut the white off at the top on both. Then I went back and forth on this to get the right amount on. And I just cut it the way I wanted it. So what I'm going to do is bring in my gorgeous grape and my words, and hopefully I will get them straight. And they are gonna go in here. I know what I need to do. Just make sure. I want to make sure that this has room. Yes, that's perfectly fine. Now that I've moved it. Yes, perfect. Okay, then I'm putting this aside and I'm bringing my butterflies and my blending brush, and I'm making sure I've got them facing the way I want them. See how pretty that is? But I'm just gonna turn it around and then I kind of checked and see if they're the same strength all the way around, and this tip, these tips are not quite as colored as the rest, but I think, well, there's a little bit right up here. Oh, and when you're doing your antenna, go like that so you don't screw up the antenna. You have to go have it there and then go that way. So now I'm going to bring this one in and I'm going to do the same with it. If you can hear the noise upstairs, I'm sorry. My husband doesn't hear the noise. He gets involved in whatever he's watching. He just doesn't hear the noise. And it's like, how in the world don't you hear that he's banging and clanging and but he doesn't hear it. It's, to me, it's just unbelievable. But that's life. So so now that I have these done, this is when I use this. Now I'm going to peel this back because I don't want it on the back because it makes it hard to cut narrow strips if that backing is there. So you have to be careful how you're dealing with it. Now you probably will have to clean your scissors after you do this, but it's worth it because you don't see the dimensional, because I am going to put this in the widest part and hopefully I can get them off. See here, there's another wider part here. I'm trying to put the side down that has the glue on it, or the paper attached to the glue so that it won't stick. Well, some of the glue's already, the tape is already off, so I'm just going to use that. And the nice thing about this is it bends and will go basically any place you want it to. I think this is the part that took the longest. Attaching these small strips of dimensionals. So I'm not going to do a lot. I'm just trying to do it like all over. And each of the wings at the top of the wing, and I'm going to put one in there, and hopefully that will be sufficient. Oh, I think I'm going to do one right there because it's fairly big piece. There. So now I am just going to bring this in. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave that for a minute. I have an itchy nose. I am putting a cream in my nose for surgery. It's so that not all hospitals do it, but university does, and it's for MRSA. So I don't spread it, don't have it, whatever. It's not a very nice thing to have. Lots of people have died from it because they get so weak, and diarrhea, and oh, I guess it stinks so bad. So I don't want it, so I am willing to put up with the irritation of an itchy nose. This one is not quite as easy to find a spot because the wings are not, well, it's not as big, so the spaces between are not as prominent, so it just makes it just a tad bit harder. That one attached to my finger. And I'm just trying to get at the top of the wing. Like I said, this takes the longest. There we go. Now that is done, and I'm going to take this and start gluing. I love these two colors together. Oh my goodness, they're just gorgeous. Oh, no, this is... Don't want to do that just yet. That's the tape from one of the adhesive foam sheets. Isn't that pretty? Just like that. It's just so pretty. The colors are just wonderful. Now I am going to put this on. And use my Seal Plus. Oh, okay. It fell upside down. I thought it was right side up, and I'm trying to put it on, and it's like, oh, it's upside down. There we go. Now I am just going to glue this down because it's just going to be easier. Make sure the opens leans to the left. There we go. And now this is going to go in here. And it's going to be tied in a knot. There we go. And like, I don't like my bows wiggling. I don't like my ribbon everywhere either. So I am going to put it down with glue dots. So this is going to go there. And that one is going to go there. And then I will take my ribbon scissors cut that off, and hopefully they're the same length. I will check that. Nope, that's too long. There we go. Now, this is going to go here. Make sure that it's not interfering with that. Like that. And this one is going to go up here and not interfere with that. See how pretty that is? Now we're going to bring in these rhinestones and my take your pick tool and put, oh, there it is. I'm thinking, I thought I had it. Okay, let's, I think I'm going to put it there. There we go. So there, and that's what I want. I want the center, and I know I did it, or I knew I did it, so where in the world did I put it? When you're doing videos, you just put it wherever. And then you're going, oh my goodness, what did I do? Where did I put that? This is crazy. How could I lose it? There we go. So what do you think of this card? Isn't it pretty? I love these colors. I hope you do too. If you could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, that would be wonderful. Thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate you spending time with me on this, well, it's gorgeous day out today here. Hope it is at your place too. Thanks. Bye now.